Sorry about
You
that.
just missed a really interesting story.
We could say it all again.
Well, can we say the basics?
Premier and Nick Cribs.
Whoa, from the beginning, Ozzy's looking forward to the end of tomorrow because then he's got 6 weeks off. I said I don't like that. It's obscene. He said you weren't complaining when you were at school, so I said no, but I'm not at school now, so I think everyone should work and go to school all the time. And then I changed my mind because the buses were quiet. And then Richard said, it's a good job we weren't going up to Cribs Causeway. Did Ozzy say that? Oh, I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
It's a good job we're not going up to Cribs Causeway. And I said, why? Is it because of the Extinction Rebellions? And Richard said...
no, because the Premier and at Cribs Causeway caught fire yesterday.
And then I went, oh my God, and I put a picture up, which is here. Then
she said,
Rich smelt smoke, and then 2 minutes later the whole thing had evaporated because it was on fire, and so the fire must have started at the back. So we said it was burning in the rear, and it was an appliance.
How urban legends are started.
It was an appliance underneath the laundry room. And there was a quote from a nearby resident who literally had to abandon her car instead of figuratively or abandoning it in her mind. And Ozzy imagined that she was driving along and she just stopped her car, jumped out and ran away screaming. Did we miss anything?
And then you realised that the audio wasn't recording.
Oh, yeah. And then I changed the audio settings and we decided whether or not to say everything again. And then we decided to do a recap. So then I started the recap.
Yep. And the recap went like...
The ironic thing is, I couldn't remember what I'd said in the recap, despite having remembered what I'd said before when I was doing the recap. Oh, man alive.
Yeah. Oh, well.
You could just take the audio and copy and paste it.
A never-ending story.
Well, the podcast is done, guys. I'll speak to you all next week. I'll just loop that 5 minutes again and again.
Well, I was gonna. At least it was only 5 minutes in, and not like the end of the podcast, and we've just wasted a day.
Yeah,
well, not wasted.
Waste not, want not.
Yeah,
wasted the whole day. Everything I did at work today, I have to just delete.
Yep. Delete.
They're messing my room up again. Just throw shit on the floor.
Oh, have you been on a tidy?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
tidy.
What's that mean?
Hi.
I don't know because I didn't actually see it when we went for the barbecue, so I don't know what it was like pre-tidy.
I shall give you a hint. A mess.
As messy as mine?
It was getting there.
As messy as the messy corner of my living room?
Is that as messy as the messy corner of your living room, in which case the messy fox lives around being all messy?
That is where he lives.
Yeah.
You've seen him.
Yes, I have.
His name's Stuart.
Send him home, we miss him. This audio is reset because I've got the new mixer on. But it's weird because I haven't changed the audio. Oh no, I have changed the audio output. That's right, yeah, so I've changed it to desktop default. Okay, it's all sorted now anyway.
Now we know.
But yeah, the
knowing is half the battle.
The mixer's got some effects on it, so I could speak to you from the echoey hall.
Oh.
Do you mean the Andromeda Galaxy?
The problem is, and I can't figure this out, it adds the FX on top of my voice rather than just replacing my voice with the FX. And if I mute the voice, the FX mutes as well. So it kind of doubles all the
audio.
Yeah, which is kind of weird.
There's always a kind of echo.
I need to live mix if I'm
fiddle about with it.
Yeah. Ooh, fiddle.
Ooh. Have a little diddle with your settings.
Hang on, here's one for you. Oh. This production contains multiple uses of strong language and is rated 15. Be age aware.
We can still hear you over the top, though, which is the problem, yeah.
Still, though, we appreciate the efforts.
Dear, oh dear.
And you said you could do Daleks, didn't you? Dalek.
Yeah, that's not on here, though. That would just be, that would be in post.
Okay.
All right, that there, Dalek.
Yeah,
which we'll do right now.
Daleks. Oh, will he? Can he be bothered? Is that quite a hefty bit of posting?
Well, you've got to do the voice properly, because otherwise it just sounds like a slightly modulated voice. You've got to, commit.
You have actually got to do the Dalek voice.
Satisfactory? Like that.
You must do the Dalek voice.
No, but it's good because I can't remember if it's like it in Modern Who, but I know in Classic Who they definitely had a couple of different sounding Daleks.
Yes.
It's like every Dalek, you could tell it was a different creature inside. They were all just part of the one Nazi
They all had a different tone.
team. Yeah.
Yeah. When I was looking up how to do this, I found some great videos of Nick Briggs at script reads of Doctor Who, and he brings his ring modulator and a little speaker and a microphone with him and just does all the voices in one go, all the different tones as well.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. Because,
Like a boss.
there are some that are up high and some that are down low.
Ooh, some a little too slow.
Yes.
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 Have I ever mentioned that Nick Briggs has played the Doctor in some unofficial Doctor Who audio?
Yes, we mention it every 3 weeks or so. Apparently, one of us doesn't know, so let's go into it.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, back during the wilderness years, the time when Doctor Who was only a movie, and
So 2000 and something.
No, like 90s.
Oh right, yeah.
Ninties.
So all we really had was the McGann movie, the crappy dimension-y, timey thing.
Oh no.
The Curse of Fatal Death.
Oh yes.
But obviously Big Finish kicked off. But before Big Finish,
Big
Briggs,
Finish.
Nick Briggs, I don't know if Mark Gatiss was in on it at that time.
He was a writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a couple of other people whose names I cannot remember right now.
And the rest.
did their own fan audios, basically. And Briggs was the Doctor. And a lot of their scripts has been adapted for official Big Finish nowadays.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's kind of the origin of the revival of Doctor Who stories in general, was these fans just making their own fan films, but obviously they were proper productions.
Not like us.
Yeah.
Taking a camera up into the park near my house and just making shit up for
The guy on a kid on a mini moto in the background.
Oh my god, yeah.
The brilliant birth of the planet Sholokov. Yeah, because there were these. The guy who was behind most of these fan productions, because they didn't have the rights for Doctor Who, so they just made stories about a character called the Professor who was traveling with someone called Ace out of just coincidentally. Yeah, some of them they actually got McCoy and Sophie Aldred in.
Yeah.
But they weren't the Doctor and Ace, they were the Professor and Ace.
They just happened to be sci-fi time travelers.
Yeah. And Ace called the Doctor Professor throughout most of their run anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But then he tried to get the rights to make audio stories. Was it audio stories or was it more visual stuff? I can't remember. No, it was audio stories. And the BBC refused, and so he made them anyway. And they shut him down completely. And not long after that, Big Finish actually got the rights for it.
That's awesome.
Which is kind of a trend that still goes today. Fans make something really good, the official company shut it down, and then think, hang on,
people want this.
Those fans were actually doing something.
Are you referring to Nintendo and their wonderful practices?
Maybe.
The thing is, like,
I was saying no names.
With, for example, the Metroid 2 remake, they were apparently working on a Metroid 2 remake at the same time, and then when it came close to release, they were like, actually, no, you can't do that. We've got our own.
Yeah.
Which is really douchey.
Like plenty of the Pokemon fan hacks and stuff.
May they rip.
Speaking of...
Oh, eating stuff?
Yeah. So, I discovered something a while ago.
Oh, yes.
Called Poke MMO.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually a full game now.
Didn't we play it in Christmas 444 back in the Mists of Time, which was 2012?
We might have done. However, it is now no longer like you actually move around instead of just like flopping from screen to screen.
I know you can go from like region to region, and
yeah. So there's 3 regions, and there's Kanto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh. And Unova.
Unova.
And
Unova?
depending on which one you start in,
Do you Unova the way?
Do you Unova the way? You can once you get 4 badges in that area, you can then go to a different area and rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
And the Pokemon can actually follow you. It's the full story of each region, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I've got a post-it note somewhere that just has Poke MMO written down because I thought, I'd like to really try that again one day.
Please try this time.
What?
You'd like to really try it. It's like one time you played it, but you weren't trying, so you'd like to try this time.
Oh, yeah. Is that...
What, adventure
try
try?
not to be such a twat, 007?
Oh, and 007, try not to be such a cunt this time.
What was that from?
That was from me just now.
I swear I've heard this somewhere else.
There's possibly a similar joke, yeah.
Do you remember the Michelin Webb sketch where he has to take down this guy in a casino, and it's the guess the weight of the fruitcake, estimate le poids de gâteau de fruits, and before he's being sent out by his what's he called, M sort of character, and he's like, and Bond, be careful. He really is very good at guessing the weight of cakes. So am I. Yes, but so is he. That's the... We'll see. No, he is. Oh, I'm nervous now.
See, I'm just remembering the... Did you ever see Fry and Laurie?
Only bits.
Of Fry and Laurie.
I've seen a bit of it.
They had a similar idea where it was Hugh Laurie as a completely incompetent.
I have seen that
spy.
I remember
to control.
There's a bit where he kind of like pulls the chamber of the gun back, which, by the way, would only serve in jamming it or ejecting the round, and it just falls apart.
Yeah. Sorry, Control. Don't know what happened there. It's so badly acted. It's hilarious.
It is great. I've hardly seen any of it, but everything I've seen of it is phenomenal. Unless maybe I've only seen the best bits.
Yeah.
I always remember the neighbours piss take they did.
What do you mean you're sleeping with me?
Behind my back? Judy's coming up the garden pathy. And of course, there's the one where
finally gave up on Pokemon.
Filming more of those repeats, I suppose. Filming more of those repeats is what I pay my license fee for, is it? To keep you and your jeans and heroin. Anyway, what was that about Pokemon?
No, my thing just switched and it showed Lord of Scoring no longer playing Pokemon trading card game.
No, I lost twice in a row.
Rajquet.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't so much raid quit as drop quit.
Drop quit?
Snap.
Oh shit, what's up? I've got no signal.
Oh.
My internet's just gone...
Yeah, no, I've got a problem.
God. I've got...
Are you all hearing each other badly, or are you only hearing me badly?
I can hear you badly.
That's better. Sounds a bit better. Yeah, it's a bit better now.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Voice connected.
That was weird.
I'm not sure whether it was... it's gone green again now. It was red. I'm not sure...
Yeah, no, that's what I was looking at.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether it was just my internet or Discord.
Oh.
It's fine now anyway.
Sorry about that. We all suddenly started being pulled into a different dimension.
Well, let's be fair. It's a hell of a lot better than Skype used to be.
Oh, definitely.
This actually works.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, God.
I say, I suddenly seem to be turning into a penguin.
Stop it.
The legion shall be many, and the legion shall be few. Hours of fun.
Yeah, literal minutes of fun.
Actually, we're gonna have some. Is it Digimon this weekend?
It is.
Oh dear.
We can get on the stereo flange, Ozzy. What's not to love?
Oh, we can finally start doing voices for the characters and them not sounding just like us 50 times over. Or, yeah, Mom.
Ah, well, anyway, so, nothing's really happened this week for me. I don't know about you guys in the IRL update zone. No, I've been listening to a lot of Dalek Empire.
Oh,
I'm on the last series now.
I've got through all my 6 and Evelyn, so I'm sort of on.
You're right there.
He's gone now.
Oh. Okay.
He's in a better place.
Swindon. No, wait, that's definitely not.
That's not a better place at all. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So now
We
I'm
can
on.
mute ourselves.
No, I didn't even do that. I just moved away.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And was very, very good at clear straight face. My voice connection things were down.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's gone again.
Mine's gone as well. I've said all I need to, and I actually need to leave.
Oh.
This wasn't on the agenda.
Oh.
No, I need to go and pick my girlfriend up from work.
Oh.
You carrying her all that way?
No,
On your back.
God, you guys are the worst. No, she's staying over tonight, so I'm picking her up
Or
from
are you,
gaming now.
are you travelling back in time so you can pick her up again?
What?
You know, picking her up, like sort of meet her for the first time, sort of thing. The flirting and everything.
It's like a primer situation. Great film, Christian's recommended film 2019.
You Daleks for half of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, don't worry, the audience will get it.
Okay.
Where it's like when you first met, it was actually you from today, and you went back in time and killed your earlier self.
Or
How do I remember doing that?
you didn't necessarily have to kill your earlier self. You just realized that if you don't go back in time and create a paradox, you'll never get with her in the first place. So you have to go back in time to create that first meeting, and then she's already met you, and she contacts you for the first time in that time.
I am more than a little bit confused right now.
Doctor Who logic.
Doctor Who. Hey. Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Doctor Who.
The TARDIS.
And a random police car for some reason.
It was their thing, the KLF.
Okay.
They always had like a siren going.
Literally the only song of theirs I know is Doctor Who.
They're good at it. Well, they were good before they quit the music business.
So I quit music. I quit noise.
They had they were the best selling band in Europe, and they got invited to play at the Brits, and they did sort of like 90s dance pop style music. But they were really kind of like a performing arts troupe. And so they performed at the Brits by inviting a death metal band on to cover one of their songs, and then just before the curtain closed, he came out with an AK-47 and fired blanks over the audience, and they all storm off the stage. The curtain comes down and the voiceover comes on saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, the KLF have left the music business." And then they dropped off a dead sheep at the after party with a sign around its neck saying, "I died for you." And they never made music again and deleted all their back catalogue. And then a year later, they burnt £1 million on an island in Scotland.
What fucking weird.
A little bit culty.
Yeah. That was part of their image. They were like I said, they were an art group effectively.
Yeah, no. I was originally going to say like, oh, they just weren't up for the music anymore. Their heart was more in the acting. I wasn't expecting that tangent.
Well, they basically they'd had some music out, but the Doctor Who tune with song was their first big hit, and then after they basically stole a load of samples from other bands and put it all together. So like it's got a Gary Glitter beat on the bottom of it and stuff like that. And then they released a book afterwards saying how to have a hit single without really trying, and the rest of their stuff was in that vein. And so they were kind of just taking the mick the whole time.
Oh, nice.
Recommended.
Fair
KLF.
enough.
Anyway,
Recommended from JMF.
JMC. We should probably wrap it up there because Rich has got to go.
Yes, I do.
Sorry
to cut it short.
That's all right.
No.
Do you want to stick around for the intro? Because that usually takes the outro, because that normally takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed any of that, don't forget to tell someone else about it that doesn't
Smash
already
that
know
like
about
button,
it.
Ring that bell.
I wouldn't go that far.
Diddle your middle.
Diddle the end, and have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
You're not yourself when you're hungry. Have a Snickers.
Cadbury's.
Cream eggs.
Cool.